Hello gamers, in this video we are not talking about the best overall games, but the video games that are the most terrifying. The games listed here are the most effective at creating a chilling environment to manipulate the player's emotions and elicit fear. So without wasting any time, let's see the top horror games list that will make you grab new pair of pants on a regular basis. Number 10. PT. Absolutely horrifying in all the good ways, this game may be small, but it's a huge experience. This game will leave you running in the dark, leaving the lights on, checking your corners, and looking over your shoulder in fear. The uneasy feeling in this game is something that is very rare in horror games and should be savored, but most run from it in fear. I recommend this game to anyone who loves horror in any shape or form, but if you can't handle horror and are scared very easily, you might not find this thrilling as much as Dead Drop horrifying. So I see this game to the ones who can take it and the ones up for a challenge. Number 9. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Amnesia: The Dark Descent is one of the greatest horror, mystery and thriller games ever made. It is a part of the popular horror games series Amnesia. This game has one of the best storylines like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was made when horror games were not so popular at those times. This is the game that started the reign of horror games. Now almost nobody plays it, but it is still too much discussed in the gaming universe. The fear you face in this game is unbelievable. Number 8. Fatal Frame. Based on a true story, Fatal Frame recounts Miku's investigation for her brother Mafayu, who has been missing for 2 weeks. Her latest clue leads her to the abandoned Himuro mansion, a place that local townsfolk fear. Gifted with a supernatural sixth sense, you'll guide Miku as she explores the areas in the mansion where Mafayu was last seen investigating the disappearance of 3 other people. Armed with only a camera, you must discover the connection between mysterious disappearances, restless spirits, and ritual sacrifices. I must say Fatal Frame is one of the strangest, most well-executed concepts in the history of the survival horror genre. Number 7. Fear. Fear is a game that really has no issues. The story is engaging and interesting straight from the start. The characters and cast involved in the story are rich with personality and are great to be with and to learn more about. The environments and places you visit throughout the game are fantastically detailed and suit the deep, dark, horrific setting and tone of the whole game. There is a perfect amount of guns and lots to shoot with and attack with. The enemies you face are interesting and well designed. And the horror aspect of this game is fantastic as it draws you in and immerses you in its mood and manner. A true classic, amazing how well the graphics, gunplay and AI hold up today. Must play for any FPS action horror fan. Number 6. The Evil Within. This game is very horrifying, one of the first games that actually scared me and made me scared just by playing it. The creator of the first 4 Resident Evil game series did a fantastic job on putting a new image in horror. The combat is very satisfying as always with these creators, and the horror element seems like they never take a break, which is a good thing. I want to be on the edge of my seat the whole time I'm playing a game, which is what this game delivers. The game abilities are sweet too, with doing damage to an enemy is satisfying, like shoot at the part of the face you want to, and that part takes specific damage, which is awesome. The zombies and bosses are terrifying to encounter, but are very satisfying to kill them as well, and the story is also very good. I would simply recommended this game to any horror games fan. Number 5. Dead Space. One of the best franchises to exist in the survival horror genre. The game is considered an old classic now. But even upon re-emerging myself into the game, in the year 2020, you can tell that it was ahead of its time. Everything from gameplay, weapons to plot twists is amazing. The enemies don't stop for you and most of the times you can't skip them, which keeps you on your seat ready. The way you kill them is amazing as well. The game makes sure to keep you feel interacted with the protagonist and all the characters, even though the protagonists don't speak a word. Give it a try, you will surely love it. Number 4. Alien Isolation. This was the first game I ever played that truly scared me. The graphics are beautiful with tremendous presentation. This game does not rely on jump scares, it builds a fantastic atmosphere and is so much fun to play. The faithfulness to its source material and the alien AI are a thing of greatness. Facing a foe so unpredictable and omnipresent was a great challenge. I really felt like I was in danger when playing this game. This game deserves an equally great sequel, but not likely to happen. If you have never played it before, I can't recommend another game more so than Alien Isolation. Number 3. Outlast. Outlast is probably one of the scariest games ever made, but what really makes it so scary? The first thing I would say, its approach to vulnerability of the protagonist. Your survival skills are absolutely minimum. There's no combat mechanics, you can't shoot, you can't punch, and you certainly cannot bug spray on the monsters that lurk beneath the insane asylum. You'll feel extremely vulnerable. Running and hiding is your only option. A good portion of the game takes you to very creepy and dark areas, and be prepared because the Outlast wastes no time in pitting you into the horror. Number 2. Resident Evil 2. Ready or not, the terror of Resident Evil 2 will scare you. In Chapter 1, the case of the disastrous T-virus outbreak, a mutagenic toxin designed for biological weapons, was eventually closed, but the experiments were far from over. Control the destiny of Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield as their nightmare begins when a biotech terror runs rampant in Raccoon City. Relentless zombies and hideous monsters are all out for a taste of your blood. Capcom really stepped up their game with Resident Evil 2 and created an amazing game that is one of the best, if not the best, in the series. A must-play game. Number 1. Silent Hill 2. This game is hypnotic and absolutely brilliant. The game reflects the main character's feelings and personal tragedies, while at the same time dealing with aspects of depression and isolation in a way that had never been done before in a game. If you like the first game, this one will mesmerize you from start to finish. The gameplay isn't the hardest, and items can be an obedience compared to other survival horror games, but the story is an experience like no other. The game offers multiple difficulties and endings, so replay value is high. It also introduces a lot of characters that would become staples in the series. This game also has the most amazing soundtrack I have ever heard in a game. If you haven't played the game yet, I highly recommend you to get the game. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. And if you find the video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.